Welcome back, guys, to another randomizer video. Alright, so we have now arrived at Zora's Domain, where we are about to feed Lord Jabu-Jabu a fish. And also ourselves, because this is how you enter the dungeon. And they don't play the cutscene, which is not a big deal, because I've seen it plenty of times when playing this game normally. So, not seeing the cutscene is not that bad, because I've already seen it quite a lot of times. Can I get the gold Skulltulas all the way from over here? What was the point of me doing that? Nope, they're too far away, so I guess they're gonna have to wait. Oh, darn it. Now to raise this up. Okay, now to swim over here before the water raises down, and I just made it. I just made it. Very impressive that we can use Rudo to activate the switches on the ceiling. And that we don't have to just use our slingshot or boomerang like we normally do. We don't even have the slingshot right now. Although, I think that I just might be able to get this dungeon done all within a single video, because I don't think there's very many things for me to do here, since the things that you need to get through this dungeon would be the boomerang, which we do have. And that's about it. So I think we're all set for this dungeon. Not really that much to say. Although I would like to discuss about how unique Jabu-Jabu's belly is compared to the rest of the dungeons in the game. And for obvious reasons, because, well, there's no other living creature that you go inside of, unless you count the Deku Tree, which I suppose that does count, but it doesn't count as much, since the Deku Tree is made of wood, and not flesh. So, when you explore the inside of the Deku Tree, it's just like going in any other dungeon in the game. Oh, I found the Kakiri sword! That's great! And of course I'm gonna save, so I don't lose it if this game is to crash for whatever reason. And I'm sorry that I had to make you wait out here, but, you know, someone had to hold down the switch. Yeah, like, the doors in Jabu-Jabu's belly, they are not found anywhere else in the game. And I guess that makes sense that they would make the doors and the switches in Jabu-Jabu's belly be more like just... Well, I'm not really sure what to call it, but, you know, like, more membrane. Where you just need to go through the... Well, just go through the membrane walls, which opens up to take Link to different rooms in the dungeon. And they use those other things, stuff surrounding the membrane to somewhat lock it, like you see right there, right now. Come on. Yeah, and yeah, that stuff around the membrane, it disappeared. I mean, I suppose it would be awkward to Oh man, can I actually do this? Oh, I can with the sword. Okay, so I can do this. Okay. Yeah, normally, you don't have the boomerang at this point. In fact, this is where you actually get the boomerang from normally. But, you know, here we already have it. I do feel kind of bad for these guys, having to stun them and then hurt them. By the way, were they just resting in the flesh? Like, can they go through the flesh? That sounds painful to me. And found the compass for Jabu-Jabu's belly, which, of course, it is found here because we can't use... Well, because this seed has it set to where the compasses only appear in their respective dungeon. I mean, they could appear... I could have it be set to where they appear somewhere else, but I didn't. You know, it just is, like, unbelievable how there are some rooms in this dungeon that have a prize for you inside of a chest, while there are these other rooms where all you gotta do is to just kill the tentacle, and then you don't get a prize in the room. All it does is that it just opens up another room. So... the first room that had one of the parasitic tentacles did give us a prize, which in this case was the Kakiri sword, but in regular Ocarina at the time, that's where the dungeon map is. I thought the game froze for a second. And by destroying the parasitic tentacle, you also unlocked both the room with all of the bubbles and the room where we found the blue parasitic tentacle in. And then that room you need to beat so you can get into this room where the green parasitic tentacle is found. And by destroying that one, we can now enter, well, another room. Since in the room where we found Princess Ruto at, well, in the normal game, not this time, because in the normal game, this is the room where you find her at, but then she goes down that hole where we found her this time. They cut that out entirely. We don't want to go down the wrong hole. We do want to go down a hole, but we want to go down this hole, not just any hole. Alright, now I can get these guys. Now, I bet some of you guys may have noticed how the gaming feature, the gaming icon, under any video that is related to a video game, actually is shown to be colored. It used to just be in black and white, but it's in color now. I find that to be an interesting feature. Okay, and we throw Ruto up there, and it still shows the Zora Sapphire. I'm not sure if this is because the Zora Sapphire wasn't mixed into the randomizer, or if I did not put that setting on. Although the chances of actually finding the Zora Sapphire in its right spot. I know that updated versions of the randomizer has it be changed to where it actually shows the actual spiritual stone or medallion in this spot. Alright, and we now have a fight against Big Octorok. I'm gonna use a Deku Stick to make this battle go by faster. Hopefully. That was an insta-kill, right? Yep, it was an insta-kill. So now we can go even higher up. I bet I am certainly going to be finishing this dungeon in this episode. You know, I do wonder why some of the rooms in Jabu-Jabu's belly, particularly in the later section of the dungeon, are shown to be mostly olive green color. I never really understood that. It kind of makes me sort of forget that we're inside of a whale's belly. I mean, we do still have the other elements to give the indication. Yeah, we put that down, and then we go into this mostly green room. Alright, now to target that, and we've unlocked that, so we can now go fight the boss. Serenade, without a title. You know, I did always wonder, does this thing not have eyes? Is it like totally blind? Seriously, how did I not get anything? Finally. I think I'm not the best at fighting this boss. Even though it is one of the first bosses in the game. Like, well, I wouldn't say the first boss, or one of the first bosses. I mean, this is like the third main boss in the game. Well, normally, when you, since this is the third dungeon in the game, when you're still young Link. Well, for something that doesn't have eyes, it certainly knows where to aim at. And there we have it. Jabu-Jabu's belly finished in under 16 minutes. And I bet the prize here is the map. Yep, it was the map because we didn't find it anywhere else in this dungeon. And there's Princess Ruto, who looks pretty mad. I'm not sure why she looks that way. I mean, it's not our fault she got captured. Okay, and we got the light medallion. So they do not accurately show what item you get after completing that. Okay, well, now that we have the Kikiri sword, I think that might mean that we might be able to get further into another dungeon in the game. Now, there is also another Gold Skulltula, which only appears at night, but I don't have the Sun Song, so we can't get that right now. And I don't have Zelda's Lullaby, so we can't get the items that the Great Fairies have. So that's on hold for the time being. Oh, I do have the Sun Song. Okay, well, my mistake. Actually, I think I may just wait until later in the game before going back there. Wow, I just can't believe that I forgot that I had the Sun Song. Can you believe that? I can't believe it. I'm not going to do this right now because I have a full wallet and I don't want to waste rupees. Oh, I was actually going to check what mask I have, and I don't have a mask. Oh, I think that's because I have not gone to the castle courtyard yet. Oh, and I think that's because I didn't get the pocket Kaku yet. That's right, I did not get it, so we're not getting the pocket Kaku. Well, we don't have it, so we don't know where it is. I mean, we don't know where it is. Gee, what is wrong with me today? With the way I talk. Gonna go ahead and make a gamble and head to Kikiri Forest. And go into the Deku Tree. And I'm pretty sure that there might be some things for me to do there. I think there might be some Gold Skulltulas we have not gotten here. Did I already get the one in the back of the... Oh, at the back of the house? Well, I can hear it, so I guess I didn't. Okay, we got 29 Gold Skulltulas, which means that with one more, we can open up another prize. Gonna go ahead and go to the Kikiri shop while I'm here. I don't see anything that I could buy. Are the Bonshu there normally? I don't think they are. Yeah, by the looks of it, I don't think that we've gone inside the Deku Tree yet. So I suppose that's something for us to do right now. Oh. Well, the map does not indicate that we had gone in there yet, but maybe we have and I just don't remember. Very possible that I just don't remember. Okay, well it doesn't look like we've done anything in here already. But that might change. Okay, well I certainly have not opened up the chest yet. The long shot! Okay! Well that's something. Okay, and of course, since we don't have the fairy slingshot, unless it's in one of these two chests, which in the normal game it's found in this chest, but in the randomizer, it could be found anywhere. Alright, so that was the dungeon map. So what's in this chest? This is... Patrick! No, it was the compass. Okay, and since we don't have the fairy slingshot, that's why we needed to keep that block standing in order for us to get out. Because once you step on that block, it will fall down and it will break, and you won't be able to get out unless you use the fairy slingshot to knock that ladder off. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to do the whole thing where I climb up here and just try to avoid being seen. Wow, that was a lot easier than I thought. Although I think it was just with luck and not with skill. Because I just went right past there. I could have gotten spotted, but I didn't. And we have another, well, we have another 2 chests in this room. We'll start off with this chest right here, which normally holds either the map or compass. I think this one normally holds the map. No, the compass. The one on the first floor where we found the long shot is what normally holds the map. $30 tokens! So we can now get another prize from the House of Skulltula. I don't think that I'm going to be able to finish this dungeon in this episode, because we don't have the fairy slingshot, and that is essential for the boss. But I will go ahead and play through this dungeon, at least until I get somewhere that requires me to use the fairy slingshot, which is probably going to be in that room where we see the next Deku Scrub. Alright, step on this. And there's another gold Skulltula, or Scratchy Boy. But you can guess where I thought up that name for them from. Alright, and then here is a huge rupee, which is a lot more than I can hold. Okay, well, I don't think that we're going to be able to go any further. I mean, we could go through that next door, but we won't be able to get to the door after that one without the fairy slingshot. So I'm going to go meet you guys over in the House of Skulltula, and that is where the episode is going to end here. Alright, we have arrived at the House of Skulltula, and we are going to get Serious Song! Oh man, that opens up quite a lot. Quite a lot. Or does it? I mean, we could use Serious Song to play for Darunia, but I think that you need Zelda's Lullaby to even get into his room. And we don't even have that right now. So, what can we use Serious Song for, if anything? I mean, we could use it to get Mido in the Lost Woods as Adult Link out of the way, but we don't need that because we have the Minuet of Forest. And what does Navi want? Let's go into the Great... We were just there, Navi, and we can't go any further until we found the Fairy Slingshot. Alright, well, I think this is a good place to end the episode on. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next episode.
Mm.